what are some of the things that when you're building out your strategy, what are some of the things that you look at and build into the strategy?
Sure. It's interesting. Our business is a single category, right? We're in potatoes, and we call fresh dried potatoes because they're a unique technology, and that's quite different, than selling 10 or 15 brands with a breadth of portfolio.
Hmm.
And so for us, innovation is reasonably focused around potatoes and the formats you can deliver in the way that we have. And so it's really about helping the board understand where the opportunity is, and now there's even more opportunity than ever, at least in our product format and category, because of all the labor challenges and everything else. And so I actually heard, I listened to one of the podcasts, and somebody was talking about explaining food service, to people. And I'll have
Hmm.
to send you a diagram. I have this great diagram that I got from a consultant, and I'll have to give him credit at some point. I can't remember where it was, but it's basically just a spider web that describes food service,
Sure.
right? I mean, you got GPOs and buying groups, and it's so true that you have to explain that almost on a daily basis to
Hmm.
companies that are retail led. And it's not because they don't want to understand it. It's just because their route to market is very clear and very direct. And,
Right.
and food service isn't that way. And so a lot of what we do is try to help them understand the value we're adding, oftentimes is in a more efficient route to market or go to market, to get to the ultimate user, which is the operator. And so that's what a lot of our strategy development looks like. And I love it. I mean, it's great because there are, going back to the whole idea of being a privately held company. I mean, the systems that we've invested in to give us data that really nobody else has, at least in
Mm.
my experience in food service, has been critical, because that, and when you're from a retail mindset, you look at things in category management and everything is known, and all those kind of things. And we're not there in food service, but we're certainly approaching a pretty critical moment where we know more than we don't know, by a significant margin, and that's important. So a lot of my time with the board is spent talking about that. I've got to be careful on two fronts. I've got to be careful that I bring and I hire in talent that has large company, sort of process and development, but that we don't weigh down our current company with all that unnecessary process, right? And because
Hmm.
process tends to breed process. And so going back to the simplicity thing is really important. The other thing we've got to be really careful of is, we are who we are. We're Idahoan. That implies a lot of things, besides just the fact that we're in Idaho. We are a potato company, and it doesn't mean that never will we not do XYZ, but we've also got to be really smart, and think about that. And I think a lot of people get out over their skis and chase kind of the shiny light. So it's kind of that balance,
Sure.
of not doing that. So